Hello, social media world. I think I'm live. Tara Nolan from Transformation Tarot, where I do transformation coaching to guide you to really find expansion. Finding expansion is personal growth that can impact all different areas of your life. And I want to talk today about self-empowerment because I think it's this concept that people don't always realize. Like, it sounds kind of foo-foo or cliche or something. Like, what is self-empowerment? Self-empowerment is, well, it's powerful, right? Empowerment. And it is literally taking control of your life. So I'm going to get right into it and say this. What it really takes is to get honest with yourself. And getting honest with yourself is when you can see that something in your life is not exactly where you want it. And I do guide my clients to look at this. And they often think things are fine, or they'll know like one area is really hard and they'll come to me for business growth or to take a business that, or any kind of profession that they have in their heart that they want to take to a higher level. I work with a lot of yoga teachers or people that are interested in yoga. But it really, entrepreneurs as well as professionals, this is typically who I work with. So they come to me to rise higher in business. And we give a lot of business strategy and structural changes, and even help them to find more fulfillment in their life. But here's the deal. It's what is really the most powerful is choosing how you want to live your life and finding the greatest fulfillment requires you to look at these other areas. It might be business. It might be specific to finances. It might be specific to what you're doing for a living. And if that fulfills you each day, it might be a relationship. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's fine, right? That's what people will often say to me. And then we go deeper and we do our work together. And they're like, actually, I'm not getting what I want. I'm not feeling that love and connection, or even friendships in our lives that we might not feel as supported and connected to people. And certainly now we might not feel like we're taking our health under control. Honey, I'm doing this right now. Remember, I told you I need a few minutes. Okay, some of you are like, let's see the child. This is my beautiful child, Leela. She is 5.5 and she's here with me.
Lucy.
Okay,
No.
and she's with the puppy.
No, Lucy.
Will you take the puppy and go over there, please?
I will pull her ears.
Please take the puppy. Okay. I love switching my Tuesdays with Tara to the evening because I know more people are able to be here with me. By the way, if you are here, please say hello or send a message and let me know that you're able to see me and hear me okay, or where you're tuning in from. And I see a sad face, and thank you, because it is sad, to really look at what's not working in life. But I have a really positive message for you. Like, this is a positive message that this is what self-empowerment is to shift those ways of thinking. So for example, when you feel judged, I have definitely felt judged in my life by my community, by friends, by family at different times throughout my life. And I think most of us have. I think, again, if you're honest with yourself, there are times that you feel judged. But what if, you were to look at that scenario and recognize that that is the story in your head that you're telling yourself, and really you put up a wall and start to judge others for judging you. And they might not even be judging you. So I was asked to speak at a high school class this week. And I thought it was great. I was honored to do so. And it was interesting having the discussion because I really recognized, even personally, that those that are like, no matter what age we are, we're still dealing with the same stuff, right? Like, feeling judged by others is something that happens to everyone at every age. I don't care if you're, a 10-year-old, a teenager, a 30-year-old, or a 60-year-old, or whatever, right? Like, we can get in that scenario. And it's not just about that. It's like, we do the same thing of live in a certain story in our relationships and say that this, when we feel less loved, when maybe this other person doesn't know how to show it, or maybe they're feeling a little shunned by you, because when you feel less loved, how do you show up in that relationship? Not usually, typically, if you're honest about it, not as open-hearted, right? Not as giving of love when you don't know if you're going to get it in return. So the message is to get, what's really empowering is to manage your own mind, be in control of your emotions, and recognize when they're coming up and what's serving you and what isn't. Today is my grandmother's birthday, and she passed away this fall. Very challenging, but I'm going to choose to have this be a day where I can send her love and celebrate the life and the memories that we have, and still honor the day, like without having it be like, oh, this is horrible, oh, woe is me. Yes, I can have some feelings that come up in that and be honest with those feelings. Like, no feelings are bad. Sadness, grief, even anger, like no feelings are bad. It's allowing ourselves to feel them, move past them, and then choose not to go into suffering, right? But it also ties into the choices we make and how that impacts our reality. So like, let's say it is career, let's say it is where you live, taking trips, your relationship, like any of this, your thoughts create your reality, right? So if that's true, if you can buy into this, that your thoughts create your reality, then it becomes really important what thoughts you have. So what you learn is how to manage your mind and recognize when thoughts come up that simply don't serve. But I am so mad at him. He hurt me so much. It's pretty simple, right? Like, it's simple. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's simple. Like, does that thought serve you or not? Like, to stay in that, to stay stuck in that. And what outcome do you actually really want? Like, don't do it for the other person, do it for you. That's empowering. Like, I really want to be your friend. I really want her in my life. Even if right now I'm really mad at her, she hurt me. I'm going to empower myself to choose what I want. And what I want is to be happy and have this person in my life. So I'm not going to like hold a grudge or prove a point or get caught up in that, because that takes my power away. And that puts me more in victim mindset, right? Or even scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset is, I don't have enough. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough money. It's always like victimizing yourself. And it's okay if you recognize yourself doing this, because we all can get caught up in this. Because does anyone relate? Is anyone here out there in the cyber world? I'm not really getting a lot of comments right now. So I'd love to see any emojis or comments, or if this is supporting you in any way. At least give me a little hello or something, or let me know you're there. Sometimes comments don't always show up. Oh, someone says, yes, you relate, and it's helpful. Yeah, we all do this. We all have thoughts that don't serve us. Like, I can't imagine that, I'm sure there are very few beings in this world that are so enlightened that they don't have a thought that doesn't serve them. But what's powerful is to choose to have more of the thoughts that empower us versus victimize us or otherwise, right? Or put us in competition with other people, and it's like that. An abundance mindset is, hey, there's enough happiness, money, love for all of us. And when you start to see other people's lives, I don't care if it's on Facebook or wherever, you see other people's lives and you want to celebrate that for them. There's not a certain, jealousy or woe is me. And it's okay if you start to feel that, as long as you recognize it and say, that's silly. There I go again. That doesn't serve me. Instead, this person with this happy life is giving me evidence that it's possible. This multimillionaire, self-made multimillionaire just gave me evidence that it can be done. This person, in this great marriage or loving their career, like this, your brain has a choice to continually gather evidence to support the theories that you create. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Your brain, like you have a little scientist in your brain, right, will continually gather evidence to support the theories that you develop. So if you develop a theory that people are judging you, people are bad, people are out to get you or taking advantage of you, then your scientist in your brain will consistently find evidence, gather evidence that that's the truth. And then you will start showing up almost trying to prove it true. So you will show up with a different energy than if you have the theory in your mind that this is a beautiful life. Then you will gather evidence towards that. How empowering is that? I am going to choose to find more good in this world around me. I am going to choose to see how greater success is possible. I'm going to see that there's a way for me to create my multiple 6-figure business plan for the year and watch others who have done it and learn from others who have done it. Because it supports my theory that it's possible. Therefore, you can step into that. And that's what we do. We actually, in my business, create 6+ figure plans, whether people are starting or scaling, it depends, that they can follow their heart. And following your heart is something that isn't always celebrated in our society. I mean, I think it can be celebrated after, but I don't think it supports us to get there all the time. And yet it's so important, because when we don't, we can go into sadness, like anxiety, overwhelm, because when things aren't right, your body will tell you, your emotions tell you, things are not going right. That's because we're not always tuning into what I call your truth, aligning with your truth, your soul is calling, tuning into, I'm going to just say it, love of life, love of self, love of what you deserve. So that's a choice. And you can do this. You can apply this to business, relationships, everything, right? So again, in my business transformation, our 90-day transformation programs and my year-long manifestation programs, where people get to manifest the life and business of their dreams, we look at the business plan and we do a lot of marketing support and provide scripts for people, provide how to set up automated systems, because that's going to give them more freedom in their life to live the life they want. So this is getting honest with what's not working in life right now and not choosing to believe there's not another way possible. I'm just going to keep gaining weight again and again and again because it's winter and because I'm tired. And hey, I get it. I mean, that can happen, especially living in Wisconsin. But you can choose to be disempowered and saying it's just going to happen, or you can choose, I'm going to gather evidence and empower myself that there could be another way if I just try this or tune into this or see other people doing it, right? So how are you guys doing out there? Anything resonating? Any questions? I love to hear how you're feeling, or if you have any resistance to this, if you have something that really speaks thing here. Oh, I guess I'm back. Oh yeah. So I was saying, the beauty of being live versus watching the replay later, and I hope that some do see the replay, but is that you can make a comment and I can respond to it or help. So if there's things coming up, one of the biggest things that I see, I saw in the class I was teaching or speaking at this week with the high school students, and also what I see with my evolved, intelligent, successful women that I work with. It's still one of the same things, still in the same thought patterns that doesn't serve, which is I can't. I'm not good enough. I wouldn't know how, right? Well, none of us know how at the beginning to do anything. That's a learned behavior. And sometimes that's why you go to a coach, or a mentor or a teacher, a guru of some kind that can, guide you to see a new way, a new structure, a new strategy, a new, teach you whatever it is, and even to see your own blocks that might come up in your life, right? Your own blocks. So thank you. Great to see you guys that are giving me some love out there. It means a lot. I want to let you know a couple ways you can go deeper with us. We have some really cool things happening So I have a Healing with the Chakras challenge. This is the first time I'm announcing it. It's not even out there yet. I'm just letting you know, like, stay in touch with me and get ready to do this. I think we're going to do this in March. Healing Your Chakras. I wrote a book on it. You can also get the book on Amazon, Healing the Chakras. Me, Tara Nolan. Otherwise, our yoga teacher training is really, really amazing, like, study and philosophy to guide you to know thyself and to empower, to self-empowerment, to, follow your truth and find your voice and step forward. So that's yoga teacher training. And then I've got a couple of clients on here too that are part of the 90-day transformation program, and we have a blast. We get a lot done. I see one lady has hopped on here. I don't want to say her name in case any of this is personal, but just like went forward following her dreams and bought a new house. We have another lady that is, she's like, I was putting this off someday, 5 or 10 years to move. My husband and I are sick of the cold in Wisconsin. We want to move to Texas. She's like, we're going to move right away. We have one of our clients, Krista. She's, I can share her name. She's off in her RV with her daughter as a single mother. She was a yoga teacher, and she is she's taken her business online to create a higher income and a dream life. So she's like, I think that's so empowering, right? She bought an RV and she's traveling across the country. She's now in Texas, and she is, she's homeschooling anyway with COVID, and she and her daughter are seeing the world and getting their school done and doing their work. And as they go, and I could go on and on with stories like that of what people create, and then I've got Sarah, a yoga teacher, that she's, she just reported to me today on a private app that we do. She's like, I am now consistently, like, it's like 4 months. I might not remember exactly. I think 4 or 5 months now at 5 figures. So and she just came to me as a yoga teacher and took, didn't even know how this would work to take any of this online. And she pivoted to online. So she's at, consecutive 5-figure months now. So that's awesome. I love seeing women, people, anyone I work with, like, rise to their higher potential and have more freedom in their life and have a life they love. And that's what we're all about. So, and even if you don't know what your soul calling business is, that's what we do. We help people find, like, what is your purpose? Now, I do want to share with you, you can do anything purposeful. And sometimes your purpose is, like, getting the laundry done. And sometimes your purpose is being a great mother. And sometimes your purpose is, like, self-care. I mean, it's doing what you do intentionally. We guide people to go a little deeper into what's called the Dharma in yoga, the life purpose. But I believe that wherever you're at in life, you have this choice. And then that's empowering, right? Self-empowerment. You have this choice to live your life with intention and purpose, because it just brings so much more to it. And that's what we want for you to, but when something's not working, like I brought at the very beginning, this is funny, right? This little thing. When something's not working in your life, then getting honest about it. So it doesn't just stay the same and, like, nag at you, like it's pulling on your sweater or, pulling on your arm, like someone would be, but really you actually look at it and take a step. Like, those who make changes take a step. That step might be to book a call with me or my team. Someone's waiting for you, and say, what am I waiting for? I want to look at something different in my life. These are free calls without obligation. Of course, we want, people to be ready to step forward, stop getting in your own way of, like, I can't invest in myself. That's way too crazy, but when you really want to shift and change your life, like, what are you waiting for? There's a cost to waiting. It always costs you something to wait. And it might be lost income potential of those 5-figure months or more. And it might be relationships. It might be health, right? It's always costing you something to wait. So if you want support, that's what we do. And this is free. And I'm here every Tuesdays with Tara, and I will continue to do that. And you can follow me here. I also suggest you, if you're not in my Soul Purpose Entrepreneurs and Life Lovers Facebook group, that you join that, because there's going to be considerably even more, like, tidbits that I share to help you in your business and your life in that group. My team and I have a lot planned coming up, so it's exciting. And otherwise, I'm just going to thank you guys for tuning in tonight and let you go to have a beautiful evening. And I'm going to check on what my amazing, adorable little child's doing that you saw. I guarantee she's ran off with the iPad. So you know how that goes. So I need to go put that to a halt before it becomes, a whole night or something. So other mothers out there with young ones probably relate to that. A little bit's okay, but not overdone, right? So with that, I'm going to take care of my family here. Send you guys love. Stay warm and empower yourself to truly live and create the life you want. Like, take your power back. That's what it's about. So, lots of love. Thank you so much. Have a great evening too. Thank you guys for tuning in. And please, if you watch the replay, also send a message. I look at every single one of these messages. It means a lot to me. Okay. Good night.